Hi, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the July edition of the Avni Community Meetup. I hope I'm audible and my screen is visible.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay.
Yes, yes.
So there's just one small change in the way we were doing the community meetups. This is something for people who are joining for the first time. We do a community meetup usually the second Wednesday of every month. And the idea is for so that everybody from within who've been using Avni as well as the team joins in and discusses what's been happening in the past month. Typically, we do a product updates first and then go with the ecosystem or the community updates. This time, there's a slight change in in this that we are pushing the ecosystem updates to the beginning, just to signal in some sense that the ecosystem or the community comes first. This is a pretty small group, so in case anybody wants to talk, please unmute yourself and start talking. There is no limitation on keeping yourself muted all the time. It is a community meetup, so please uh, like step in whenever you need to. Okay, so let's start with the ecosystem updates. There are a few new additions to the Avni family. The first I've mentioned here is Atul Foundation. Atul Foundation was founded in 2011, but has been working for decades around it's a CSR arm of Atul Limited, and have been working in the area of education, empowerment, health, relief, and infrastructure throughout all the different states that they have a presence in. They're primarily based out of Gujarat, and we uh, we are first starting with two different programs, something around, around anemia prevention, and the second is around nutrition and care. I hope Riddhi from Atul is here.
She would be joining a bit late, so maybe we
Okay,
can cover her part later.
sure. Okay, all right. So Atul, Riddhi is not here, but warm welcome to Atul Foundation, to the Avni family. The next is Jagrati Enterprise or Jagrati Seva Sansthan, which is a 25-year-old organization based in UP, works in the Purvanchal, primarily meant to bring the next wave of entrepreneurs in the country. Uh, is Dr. Khushbu here?
Yes, when I am here.
I think you'd probably do a much better job of introducing both Jagrati as well as work. Can you please say a few words?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So Jagriti Enterprise Center, as rightly said, is a 25 years old organization, but we are actively involved into entrepreneurship since last 5 years, and we have another flagship program which is called Jagriti Yatra, which has been running for approximately 17 years now, which is a 15 days entrepreneurial train journey where 500 people are onboarded on a train fully reserved for entrepreneurs for 15 days, and they are on the go. So inspired from there, we have started this incubation center in a village in Devariya district, which is a tier 3 district in eastern UP. And it's located in lush green fields, in between the lush green fields. And we work with tier 2, tier 3 entrepreneurs, empowering grassroots level innovation. So far through our program, we have impacted 250 plus entrepreneurs, giving them support across market, miscellaneous activities, money, mentorship, connect, and so on. So yeah, that is pretty much about us. For more, you can please definitely visit to our site or plan to visit our center and learn more about us. Happy to connect. Thank you.
Thanks, Fishbu. Just one thing here is that Jagriti is the very first uh, project which looks purely from a livelihood perspective. There have been other NGOs that have been associated with this, which have livelihood as one of their areas. Yeah, so this is a slightly different one from Avni's perspective. So welcome to you, Khushbu, and hope this both this meeting as well as our association with your association with Avni is a fruitful one.
Sure. Looking forward to it.
The third organization that has onboarded onto Avni last month is the AND. The AND stands for both Action Northeast as well as literally the AND that you can see in the logo. It's a 25-year-old organization, primarily based in Chirang, Assam. There are multiple programs that the ANT runs. There's a keen focus on women empowerment, and it also happens to be the first organization which works exclusively in the Northeast that has onboarded onto Avni. Lucy is here from the ANT who can give more details and probably correct me if I'm wrong somewhere. Lucy?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I will not go to the in-depth detail of the organization as a whole, but just the introduction of this program and how we have come together started to consider adopting the Avni app. So we have this one particular project in 22 villages in Chirang district, and we have been working on improving the malnutrition and anemia through sustainable livelihood initiative for the past 3 years. And over this period, there were extensive data collections and monitorings that have become increasingly tedious and burdensome for our for our staff, because over a periods of time we have to collect data, we have to do surveys, we have to follow up. So it has become a very burdensome for our staff, and also um, it takes away a lot of time. So we have been started to think like, if we can adopt an app which will help us streamline this process and ensure that our data are collected timely, and and our monitoring system are in place. So that's when we decided that we will adopt the app, and then we have been discussing about how we can reach out to the software vendor who specially is also working on the development context, who knows the context. So we have found and we have connected the Abni, and then we have started working for the last past 1 months, I think. And we are almost in the process where we have about to complete, and we have not yet officially launched yet, but I think our works are almost done. So we are really looking forward into adopting this app, and also empowering and building the capacity of our staff, and streamline our data collection, monitoring, and timely survey. So yeah, that's the brief introduction of how we have come into being. Thank you.
Thanks, Lucy, and welcome to the community.
Thank you.
Dr. ML Dhavle Memorial Trust is something we had talked about MLD Trust a few months ago. MLD Trust is a 50-year-old organization based in Palghar, Maharashtra, and is primarily clinic or medicine based, but also believes in providing holistic care. MLD Trust is not onboarding now. MLD Trust is actually going live with Avni this month, or went live with Avni last month. Sujata is here from MLD Trust. Sujata, would you want to say a few words about how your journey was? And yeah. Sujata, I think you're on mute.
Yes,
I can't
yes,
hear. Oh, yeah, awesome.
yes. So yeah, it was a very wonderful experience. Especially, I am from a non-technical background. I didn't have any technical know-how, absolutely nothing. And especially for the computers and for the app, we had to convert everything into data points. There, we had to connect it logically to from one point to the other, and we had to create the ended data of our previous beneficiaries, and it was like an enormous data. Around we have around 5,000 beneficiaries, and we had around one more than 1 lakh of data points and rows, so many rows that needed to be uploaded. So in every juncture, at every juncture, Avni team was there with us, and for any silly, most silly doubt that I may have, because I may not know so many things, they were there, and immediately they would help. And I was, if today the app is there and we have been able to launch, it wouldn't have been possible unless we had the whole team of Omni working with us. So it's a very great, big salute to the whole team, and a big thanks. And it has definitely, how Lucy was saying, that it's very difficult when you are working in remote areas to keep a track of all those beneficiaries and what is happening to them. And if things are not going right, then we need to take immediate actions. If we come to know about it a month later, when our workers would come and tell us, then we have lost that 1 month's precious time. So with the app now that we have just gone live, but we hope that this thing will be taken care of, right from the documentation, the data records, to the reports production. Everything is going to be streamlined, and the human error that is always there in such works will be almost nil. I may not be able to say zero, but then yes, we will be able to eliminate the errors to a large extent. So the data can be then sent anywhere, it can be published, our work can be brought to the forefront. So many advantages will be there. So right from the for all these reasons, I think we wanted an app, because our we have been working now for more than 10 years actively in the field with so many beneficiaries, but we haven't been able to publish that much, because we always had a problem with the uh, authenticity of the data. We needed that, and that is why we had to clean up a lot of data. So now I can understand that if I had to do that much work, now I will not need to. I will have a data which is completely clean and ready for the reports. So it really will ease out a lot of our problems. So beneficiaries will be benefited, we are benefited, and Avni is the reason for this ease in our work. So I'm very happy about it, and we have already gone live, but we will be officially launching it to our circles, our donors who have helped us to create this app. And I'm looking forward to using it and creating those reports that I'm waiting to see. So I'm at the last leg of the journey. Today itself, I completed the report work with Siddharth, with the help of Siddharth. And I'm hoping that now I will be able to see the reports, visualize them, and it will be really great. So yeah, a great thanks to the team.
Thanks, Sujata, for those kind words. Is there anybody from the Avni team who would want to say something or about how their experience has been?
I have not named all, but I'm really saying that I cannot. There are so many who have really helped us. So Kamesh was there earlier. Uh, he has, I think, dealt with all my problems. Pradipta was there. Then last, the team every time the work type changed, the team has changed. So I have worked with so many. So I have not taken name of everyone, but yes, Pooja
Sure.
was there, and so many were there. Yeah.
All right, moving on. So we did have a short workshop in Chennai where Arjun ran a course on how to what kind of data challenges people are facing and how they can be what are the different best practices around data that organizations can adopt. We had around 8 organizations who had joined in. It's a bunch of photos and a bunch of challenges that had come in that people had been talking about during this time. We keep on trying to see if there are places where we can run these workshops for multiple reasons. One is around even talking about data to people, and the second is also from an organization's perspective. We want to now that we've built Avni, we want more and more organizations to adopt it. So in case you can host an event at your place, please talk to us, and and if you can bring in NGOs whom you think might benefit from Avni, we'd be grateful to you. That's about the Chennai workshop, and on to product updates. So this part of this section would be handled by Mahalakshmi. Maha,
Yes, ma'am.
I am stopping sharing. Can you?
Yeah, I can share.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. So, with the product updates, these are the updates that we did in the product last month, and the ones marked in the green were discussed that we already released them. So we were working on a documentation chatbot. That is, a documentation chatbot was basically if you have any questions related to Avni, any questions on usage in the mobile app, or when configuring an Avni app in itself, you can directly ask questions in a chatbot, which will help you in getting your questions answered instead of going through a README. And another thing that we were also working on, we had in our plans to work on, is revamping the web UI. Basically, which means we basically want someone who want to use, say, get an Avni app working for their organization. We want them, we want to give more power to them to be able to do by themselves instead of being more dependent on Avni. So we want to simplify the process of app creation so that anyone can create it and they need not be dependent on us. So these two were in progress or were in the plans. So this month, so we have started working on revamping the UI. But this is a long process because there are too many features in Avni. So it would take some time to be able to release it. But the expectation is to simplify the process of app creation. Next is, because we have started working on this, we have put this documentation chatbot on hold because revamping the web UI will change many things regarding how to configure, etc. So for now, we have put this on hold. And also to understand how well our revamping is working, how well the user experience is improving, how easy a user is able to get quickly a app configured on their mobile. To understand all these things, we are working on integrating Avni with analytics tools to understand where users are getting stuck, etc. So there are many other product features that we would also discuss. We would like to discuss. Any questions until now? So these, whatever I discussed now, comes under self-service that we call her in Avni, which means where organization themselves are able to configure the app without being dependent on Avni team. Yeah. Anything that we would like to discuss on these 3 points? Okay. So if there are no other questions, we can progress to the other product features, which I have described in the subsequent slides. So recently we actually we configured we provided an ability to be able to view videos in offline mode in forms. So Vinay worked with Ashwini team on that. Vinay, would you like to share a few words on the same?
Sure, yeah. So if you can play that video, right? Yeah. So essentially what this, can you pause once? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So the idea behind this was to be able to run, or to be able to have video documentation um, for your program, so for your program level health workers. So this was not built by me. So what Maha said was wrong. It was built completely by Kannan or Pushmanathan that you've seen on from Ashwini. So it was almost completely built by him. There was one small bug in Avni which Maha and her team actually fixed. But what happens here is, right, you open, so if somebody wants to use this feature, and Avni they have done it, that website they first open it somewhere. The moment you open it, right, every single video that's in there gets downloaded, stays in the device. Now they can actually go to the app and they can click on a video. So can you go so this point, if you see, there is that link that comes on the app, right? How to check BP. If you click on that link, it will take you directly to the video. And this, if you see that the app here is actually working offline and they're still able to play these videos. And so this is in case you want to have any kind of documentation, video documentation specifically, this might actually be helpful, and it works. This particular thing actually works offline as well. Kannan could not actually come in to show this. He could not join the meeting today. But if somebody does anybody feel that this would be useful in your organization now, and if you have videos that you think can be done.
Vinay, that is actually good features for the frontline workers and the users. For the even behavior change communication videos or the counseling videos for the patient. So whenever the questions are came, the kangaroo mother care, to how to create a kangaroo mother care at home level. So those type of videos are inbuilt within the questions is really useful, and we are actually using our Teco platform. Is really went well. So the same message, common message, and the proper message reach to the beneficiary at appropriate level. So it's a really good function.
Yeah, so maybe we can have like a proper thing. There is a demo, there's a QR code as well on the side, which but that will only contain the technical details of how it's done. Maybe we can work and try to set up something and see if it works at for you at this is for JNPCT, I'm guessing, right?
City, JNPCT as well as in Seva Rural also.
Okay, then we should maybe we should try to set this up and see how user friendly this is. Yeah.
When
We can also join.
Hello,
Yeah.
can I speak?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. When I am Sharmishta, we have just gone air yesterday only with our Avni app with our workers. But before, when we were doing this app, I had spoken with Anjali that we would need videos, as Dhiren Bhai said, that such videos are very useful in the field for the workers to explain and counsel the patients. Like if we have a diabetic patient, so how to take care of diabetic foot, we can show it better through the videos. So these things are really useful, and we would also like to incorporate them in our app. Yeah.
Okay, Ravi also says yes. So maybe Sharmishta, Dhirenbhai, and Ravi will probably see if we can do like a short demonstration later and see if it works completely for you. Okay, and if it does, we can try to roll. And if you already have these videos, we'll try to roll them out and see if see how this works. And
hello, can I speak?
yeah,
I'm
sure.
Aditi from Adul Foundation.
Yeah.
Sorry to join late. Actually, we are also interested to incorporate such videos because we have list of videos on the YouTube. So we actually at present we have given few videos, downloaded videos to our team members on their app on their tablet. But if the app gives this kind of feature, then it would be great for them when they are counseling mother and child, pregnant ladies and counseling adolescents. So these kind of videos will help. So we are also interested if videos
Sure.
are incorporated in our app.
Yeah. So what we've done, I mean, right now, this is a like Avni product has nothing to do with this really. What this was done was Ashwini, they themselves had a website which works offline. That is how we've done it. But we can actually make this like a completely integrated feature into the app as well. If there is so much demand, right, we should probably try to put it within the app as well if that gives a better experience. But what I'll do is I'll actually talk to all four of you and we'll see if this is me or somebody else will actually talk to you and see if this flow works for you. If it does, good. If it does not, if we need a more tighter integration, we can go with that. We should probably try doing that approach as well.
Yeah, actually, in our program, there are many stages where our team member have to counsel that person. So we work for habit change or making them aware about some situation. So there are we have also put counseling points. So if the videos are popping up when they are counseling for particular subject, that would be an added benefit to them, so that they will be able to explain better and also show the beneficiary better.
Understood. Okay.
So
Maham, do you want to? Yeah, sorry, Arjun.
yeah, so I a couple of points here. I think we already had a video playlist feature which was designed for use case for something like this. I think one question that I have, I think for everybody on the NGO side is whether so what I'm hearing from Aditi is more like a question of video type maybe. And so there are two use cases for these videos. One is to show to the beneficiary during the course of the interaction. Another is for the training of the field workers, so which the field worker will see not during when I am talking to a particular villager or particular I am in a particular household, but in my free time. I am just curious to understand which of these two are the use cases that different NGOs are having here. Is it during the course of the interaction with the beneficiary, or is it like a separately training for the training of the field worker as such? That's my I think one question. And second question is that would you like to track also how much the video has been played, how many times the video has been played? These kind of analytics, do you think that that will be needed or that will be useful to you?
So I
Arjun,
think, okay.
yeah, please, Sujata, go ahead.
Yeah. No, so we were in fact, I was talking to our team, Avni team, that they had sent some of the training videos for us also, but they were not, they were only videos without any voiceover. So sometimes it becomes difficult for us also and for the team also to understand. So if there are voiceover is there, so there is someone who is explaining when you are showing the video, it actually will help. So these videos will be helpful for training of our people. Right now we conducted our own training, so for now I think I may not need it, but yes, as a routine, if it is available, it will be really good. And second part is also that we need certain videos because we are also into a lot of orientation education of the community for change of behavior and everything. So we also need a video playlist so that they can use it when they are actually interacting with the beneficiary. So that will help. And third point that you made was how many time tracking how many times a video is played. Sometimes it helps to understand the effectiveness of that particular video, if it has helped the behavior to change. So from all these perspectives, yes, I think all these three things will be important for us from our work point of view. Thank you.
So, Arjun, regarding your question number one, so yes, if it is inbuilt videos within a form is really useful for the beneficiary and for the frontline workers to counsel the respected beneficiary, and is really useful in our another application. Second one, for the training video, we can think of learning management system. There is a one separate module for LMS, and even the entire training will conduct in this through this LMS module. Like we can give the online exams and ask some answer some questions and then go after the second video. So we can think of that level as well. And for monitoring point of view, some reporting is required for the supervisors and the cluster in charge or even the project manager. So is really video they show to the beneficiary or not? What is the duration between these two video duration? So type of we can think of differently, but is yes. And if because the elements we found that this very difficult for the when the internet connectivity is not there. So if videos are already placed in the mobile, either in the SD card or the mobile store itself, then it's really good for the frontline workers, because we face issues in UP during Teco Plus training.
What kind of issues
For
were there?
Gram Seva Trust, yeah, I would like to say for Gram Seva Trust, yes, the videos we feel will be very useful in the community for the workers to give health education to the community or to counsel the community. That is very useful. And again, as I said, we are working in such areas where there won't be continuous internet services. So to monitor how many times the video has been shown, how much has it half or has been shown or completely shown, that will be difficult over there. But these videos will really help, as he said, if they are in the mobile, so they can show it, or in the app, then they can show them to the workers, to the people, community.
So regarding your questions, Vinay, so in UP, because the mobile is not given by the government, so the ASHAs or even the ANM use their own mobile. So there are issues of RAM. So if the RAM is not proper, then loading issue from the web is difficult. And some internet connectivity is not there, is not proper internet connectivity, then also the loading is the issue. So we face lots of issue in initial phase, then after we change the pattern, and then after we resolve it.
Got it. Thanks.
Also, the number of videos are very high because it's a 3-minute video. So it's almost more than 30-35 videos are there for the one module.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. So any more questions to discuss, Vinay or Arjun?
No, for now we're good. I think when we get to more detailing of the feature, I think we'll require a even further detailed discussion. But I think for now we can move ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So going to the next slide. Yeah. So one another feature that we are currently working on is reducing space occupied by Avni app. So basically, one of the organization, thanks to JSCS actually for funding this feature. So in JSCS organization, what was happening was, so they are using Avni app for more than 5 years now, and they use it for tracking sickle cell data of patients, and many of the sickle cell data that they collect, many of the screening and testing that they do come as negative. So whichever comes as negative, they don't have the need to track it any further in future. So they because they have been using for a long time, so the app size, as actually app data size, has increased beyond a certain limit, beyond 500 MB. So they want to reduce the app data size by removing the individuals who has got screened as negative from sickle cell, because they are not going to do any further follow-ups. So for such kind of use cases where we don't need certain amount of data in the mobile app, what we can do is we have added a way where when users sync for the first time in the mobile app, when they get the data into their mobile app, it can be reduced, it can be configured in such a way that the older data or the data that whatever you don't want the users to further see, they would not see any further. This is the feature that we have done. So the benefits are, the main benefit is, yes, it reduces the storage space. So in the context of JSCS, so around 60% of beneficiaries, we figured out after applying the logic, around 60% of beneficiaries would not further show up in the app, and that saved actually 60% of storage space as well for them. So from around 600 MB, the storage space came to around 200 MB. So reduced sync time. So the first time whenever someone syncs to get the data from into their app, right? So at that time, it would need to get only less amount of data, because we would do the needful in order to not anymore get the data that we don't want to get, the data of beneficiary that is not needed for the organization. So that also reduced the sync time actually by 70%. When 60% of beneficiaries was not needed, for JSCS it was reduced by 70%. And this will also help in a better app performance. For example, there are many features like search, rendering of dashboard results, etc. So when less amount of data is there, that the other features in the app would also work faster. So these are some of the advantages. So before going into like how to configure, how to set up that feature, I would like to also again know, again understand if anyone has any questions, or if this feature will be of useful to some of you as well.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes.
Hi, ma'am. I think this feature would be useful for Avni as well, for Goonj as well, because like we have a lot of data, like of a lot of data for a lot of villages. So if we use this feature, so I think जो sync time की आप बात कर रहे हैं, maybe वो थोड़ा कम हो जाएगा and थोड़ा help करेगा हमारी team को, like because we have like multiple districts like, with a particular person. I think this will like, help us.
Yeah, sure. So we will also, so Shivangi had as also raised this feature request. So yeah, so maybe me or someone would connect with you to understand, to make sure if for the specific use case and the kind of setup there is in Goonj, if this feature would as well work. Yeah.
So I think from a purely from a analytics standpoint, I think Goonj is one of the like one case where people on the field are dealing with gigabytes of data. Actually, I think 2 gigabytes or something like that. Quite a few devices on the field are at that level. Other than that, I think JNPCT, but I don't know how much we can do for JNPCT, because I don't know how many people are actually exited and moved out. So depending on that, we might have to decide. But JNPCT is also somebody who might benefit a lot by with this. Calcutta kids, Chandan, okay, Calcutta kids also might actually benefit, because the average usage there is about 1 GB on the device. The others are, I mean, at this point, you probably don't have to think about it at this point.
Okay, so now moving on to the next slide. Just I wanted to just add a brief on, we also have users who configure or set up the needed things to get working in Avni by themselves. So in interest of them, I would also like to share how to configure the same in Avni. So in App Designer, we have this list of menu where different things can be configured. And here we have, with the release actually with the immediate next release of 14.0, it would probably happen next week. So there is a option called app storage config that will get displayed. So here you need to write a SQL query which will return the individual IDs which you don't want to sync further. So this will be a simple SQL query. So we can as well individually connect later if you have any needs specific to your own organization as well. Okay. So if there are no other questions, I would like to move to the next slide. So we did a couple of features thanks to Goonj for funding the features related to adding of members to group. So whenever a member is added to group, so there are some level of data checks that will help to keep the data sanity or maintain the data quality at a better level. So one such feature is whenever you add a member to a group, currently there is no way where you can check, okay, only these kinds of members should be there in the group. These kinds of members I don't want to add to the group. So there are two ways where you can add a member to the group via a form. If you add it via the form, then you can do the checks. But this is another way where you go to a group and click on add. In that case, currently there is no way to do the check. With the release of 14.0, like next week, actually not next week, this is in a subsequent release, maybe by end of this month we will get this out. So you can add the check whenever you add a member to a group. For example, we have received some feature requests, right? Like we don't want a child to be part of multiple fulvaris, or only children should be, for our organization who monitors both children and pregnant women. So sometimes they want to add only children to fulvari groups. So sometimes because of incorrect adding, sometimes a child ends up as part of multiple fulvaris, or some incorrect individuals gets added to the group. Such things will get curtailed using this. When a group member is added to the group, if it doesn't match the criteria, then message will be showed here like this, depending upon the use case. Yeah, so before going into again how to configure, would again like to know if this feature will be useful to some of you as well.
Maha, just in the interest of time, we've crossed our 45-minute limit.
Yeah, sure. In the subject type page, we have added a new rule where you can configure. So we have updated the README regarding how the rule should be written, etc. And another thing, the feature that we have added is autofilling of address of a group member. So whenever a member is added to a group, right, mostly the address of the member will be same as the group. So in this case, for example, this is a household address. Household address is this. And now, say when I click, sorry. 1 minute. So when I click on this add member and register new individual, so the same address will get populated. Yeah. So this is again to basically have improved data quality and to avoid manual errors. Yeah. So there are few other features around. We are trying to improve the sync performance and improve improving the ease of adding reporting for multiple values for coded concepts. So so those I will update the same in the next webinar. So any questions regarding what we have discussed? Okay. Then I will move on to the next slide. Yeah. So Vinay, over to you, or
Sure. So there is, I mean, we do this weekly No Avni webinar on a regular basis, but this is mostly for people who are new to Avni. So we can, so this does happen on a weekly basis. In case there is somebody who's here who wants to take a look at it, or if you want to suggest somebody, the links are on the website, but are also here. You can scan a QR code from here. But before closing, right? So Aditi had joined a bit late, and Aditi, we were actually talking about all the new organizations who had in the community. So would you want to say something? Aditi Acharya is from Atul Foundation, whom we skipped in our initial slides.
Thank you, Vinay. Actually, we have just started, still working on the forms and other things. But I Arjun, and then our journey started, because earlier last year we were juggling with our data, and the visibility of data was not there with the
Aditi, I think
whatever we are entering, we could if we are able to then follow up, that would be great. So now with Avni app, we are positive and look forward to have a good quality data. And yeah, my internet is.
That's okay. We were able to
Hello.
get most of what you were, at least the emotion of what you were saying, Aditi.
Yeah. Okay, so now we are positive and look forward to have
And thanks, Aditi, and welcome to the Avni
to
family.
scale up this year, so more beneficiary and more. So up till now, the coordination is very smooth. Arjun, Parth, and Anjali, they are helping us very well. And yeah, we are a field team. We are when they are talking about UT and SRS, so it was very difficult to understand. But yeah, we are trying to slowly understand the abbreviation and other things of app. But
Yeah, I was just joking on the chat. We should probably have think of an Avni version of Zoom, or maybe like think of adding that feature in Avni. This is maybe that whatever the I don't know, a fun feature or a jokish feature, basically to support it in the to support the calls in areas where there is no internet. But I think while Aditi comes back, I'd like to thank Dhiren Bhai. Dhiren Bhai connected us with Atul Foundation. So thank you so much, Dhiren Bhai, for making the connection. We are really excited for the journey ahead with Atul Foundation.
yeah, actually, am I audible now?
Yes, Aditi, you're back. Yes.
I'm sorry for the network issue today. Yeah, so I was sharing the same emotions, that we are excited. The journey is quietly up and down. So we are asking so many questions and not able to understand. So, but this is we are very hopeful and excited. Thank you so much.
Can you go to the next slide?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best slide of all. Thanks everyone for joining. This is probably the most interactive session we've had since we started the series without an NGO spotlight. And I hope it was useful for everyone who joined. We are trying to make it as useful to everyone as possible. But if you have any feedback at all, please reach out to me so that we can make this much better over the coming months. Thanks a lot for joining and have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.